to see something like Mr. Show and be experimental,
Yes.
and the way they would like just bleed into sketches and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and really try to open the envelope.
It was like the high version.
Yeah, but I wish we would have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, you would pitch ideas that were a little weirder, but it just because it's network and because it's just not it's not my show.
Right.
I'm one of many. Right, and
my curfew in high school was midnight, and that's when it came on HBO.
Yeah.
One night, I don't know what back then you didn't know the schedule of TV. You just kind of like
yeah.
You came across stuff, and
Yeah.
then when you found it, you couldn't get the information as to what it was, unless you got like the TV guide or something.
Yeah.
So I came home one night at midnight, right before I'd come home from my curfew. I would get really high with my friends. And then I'd go in, and my stepmom would be like watching them in the living room, and I knew I could be super high because it was just like, hey, I'm back, whatever. And I go downstairs, I'm in my own world.
Yeah.
And I remember going downstairs and like turning the TV on. It was HBO, and that's what it was. And I just sat down to be like, what is this? And 5 minutes in, I was like, what is this?
Amazing.
And so much so that I then when I went to college, I went to a party one night at another college. We were playing each other in football, and I went to this party with the other guys on the soccer team, and it was on. And the guy who lived there, I go, what is this? I was like, what is this called? I was like, I've seen this.
Yeah,
and he was like, it's Mr. Show. Do you not know what Mr. Show is? I was like, no, tell me everything you know
Wow.
about what this is and who these people are.
Yeah.
And he explained everything to me, and I told him, I was like, I saw this in high school at midnight one night, and I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was the most brilliant thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Like on par, the first time you watch Holy Grail, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And that's how I felt with Mr. Show. I was like, oh my God, this is unreal.
Don't you love back then when you're not forced or fed or like, how like these companies just fucking bombard you with advertisement.
Yes.
That discovering shit
Yes.
on your own
Yes.
is the wonder of back then.
Or having a friend show you something that you've never even heard about.
Yes.
I remember the first time I saw Holy Grail, my buddy was like, do you know what Monty Python is? I was like, no. He's like, do you know what Holy Grail is? I was like, no. And I spent the night at his house one night.
Yes.
He put it on, and we just sat there, and I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah, incredible.
Like, what am I watching?
When I was in high school, we used to do meth.
Okay. End of story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We used to watch meth.
We got into meth, and we were like, what is this?
No, but that's the thing we would do in Poway back then.
Yeah.
Is do a little meth on the
I would
side.
never associate a sweet town like Poway with crystal meth.
Well,
You guys have country clubs. It's a very affluent,
there was a little underbelly, and that was me. I was the underbelly of Poway High. Yeah. And so we're on meth, and I think we're on acid as well, which is a terrible terrible combination.
I've never done either. I already know that.
Yeah, you're just hallucinating, but up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you're seeing everything way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was like, you got to watch Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2.
Oh my God.
And
It's a good suggestion.
Yeah, and we turned it on,
Jesus.
and that scene where he cuts his hand. You ever see the movie?
No, but
Very visceral.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rory.
it's okay.
Rory.
I'll lean in.
Rory. I have to. Rory. This is weird. I've never done this before.
This a seance?
No, but but my hand's on top of yours like this. This has
It's
never
like
been done.
two cats right now.
Yeah. Rory, I implore you. Right?
Okay. All right.
Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2 is a masterpiece
All right.
of filming.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Can you edit that to just that? Post that and people are like, wait, what is the show? He just convinces people to watch one movie every episode. It's always Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2. It's all it is.
Yeah. But it is so campy and fun. And you'd never heard of it. Like at Blockbuster, you couldn't really find it.
I know of it. I don't know. That exists for me in one of those movies that genre of movies I've always known about, and I know, and I haven't watched anything Bruce Campbell ever. And there's a chance I maybe love it, and I don't know if the train has left the station, and I'll never know.
Okay, just
Blade Runner. I've never watched Blade Runner.
What?
I know.